Oh, yes. See, you'll notice here, yes, 1969, Elmer had 21 grandchildren, yes. But in the, well, really, 5.5 short years, maybe even just 5 years, I mean, it was very close to 1970, there was an additional six grandchildren that were born. Oh, in that 6 years, a lot happened, didn't it? Yes. I was born in 1970, right after Elmer's death in 1969, July 13th of 1970. Then I have some cousins that were born right around that time. Or were they born? Well, why don't we go through the grandchildren? Yes. Of Elmer and Verna Hulse, and let's do a quick calculation from 1969, 14th of November, yes, until Verna's death of February 4th of 1975, yes. Was there really six additional grandchildren added to the family of the Holses? What have you been doing? Falsifying documents. See, this is kind of the pattern of the county. There's not a fucking cop in this county. The only thing you know how to do is lie. You just keep lying. And you lie. And you lie. Now, for every record that I find has been changed from its original, yes, because they do have the technology, I'm going to find the individuals that thought that, well, we have to eradicate the actual identity of the citizens. Yes, we have to replace them with a look-alike. And then we have to change their actual documentation, the citizens' documentation. Yes. So it makes it look like the look-alike was always the citizen. Right now. Now, Sheriff, yes, I have. Your fucking dogs are fucking up the world. You know, filling this out, I think it's 18, and then you can have it issued. Yes. Sworn before me the 26th day. Yes. January 1970. My own father, yes, was not 18 years old. Now, when you really look at this, it's kind of interesting, yes, that somebody, yes, is trying to change the actual documentation of the citizens of the United States. Every time I find one of these, yes, I'm going to sue you and have you put in prison. Right. Every time that you change the document of the United States, I'm going to sue you and have you put in prison. Now, let's see, 18 years old, that I am 18 years of age. Oh, I'm the male applicant for the issuance, yes, of a marriage license by the county auditor, yes. Now, they would say, well, Paul Douglas Budnick, yes. It looks like that he didn't know how to write very good, doesn't it? Oh, because you would think, filling this out, yes, you would. This is one of those documents that you wouldn't want any scribbles. Yeah, you wouldn't have to go over it a couple times. Let's go ahead. And then you wouldn't have these incorrections in there. See, usually when you think about marriage and applying for a marriage license, it's one of those documents that when you sign it, you want the right signature at that very moment. Now, it's nice that they were living in Bremerton, Washington, yeah, but I don't think they were. I think this is a false address because, as I remember it, their address was not 2091 North Lake Way, Bremerton, Washington. No, no, no. See, my mother, yes, had grown up on K Street. Yes, she did. My father grew up on G Street, and they both went to Washington High School in Auburn, Washington. Yes, they did. Now, to use a fraudulent address to have a marriage license issued, why don't you get me the background checks and every location and every address of Paul Douglas Budnick? Yes, and Sandra Lee. Oh, Sandy Condit. Because when you falsify the